Thank you for tuning into TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is Wisdom Wednesday. And we are going over the Tao Te Ching. So this is the version that I use. There are a number of different versions out there. Feel free to look it up and do your own research as far as which one relates to you or which one talks to you. But what it is that the Tao Te Ching is old wise Chinese proverbs. That's basically all it means. And these are just words that were written to enlighten people and to bring awareness to people 4,500 years ago. And what's fascinating about it to me is how this still applies every day. Like this 4,500 years later, and it still applies to the people of today. So let's get into it. This one is called We Are the World. And if you're like me, that song is probably playing in your head right now, but we're going to jump into it before it gets, too ingrained. Okay. But before I do, real quick, please like, subscribe, and share because if you get anything out of this content, chances are someone else will as well. So share it with those that you know, love, and care about. Let them get that wisdom as well. The other thing is too is that I am a distributor for Young Living, so my link is below. They do not sponsor me, but I am a distributor for them. So check out the link below, which is myl.com/UDG. Okay, so check that out when you get a chance, and let's get into it. So we're on verse 29, and it says, We are the world. Now, this is not like religious text, so it's not like a Bible or anything else. This is more philosophical, okay? So, not really religious, even though they do talk about the great integrity, which the great integrity be whatever you call that creator spirit. So, whether it's God, Yahweh, Jehovah, Allah, whatever name you give to it, that's the great integrity that they're speaking on, that creator spirit. So, let's get started. So it says, those who have most power and wealth treat the planet as a thing to be possessed, to be used and abused according to their own dictations. Dictates. But the planet is a living organism, a great spiritual integrity. To violate this integrity is certain to call forth disaster, since each and every one of us is an inherent part of this very organism. All attempts to control the world can lead to its decimation and to our own demise, since we are inseparable part of what we are senselessly trying to coerce. Any attempt to possess the world can only lead to its loss and to our own dissolution. Dissolution, since we are intrinsic part of what we are foolishly trying to possess. The world's pulse is our pulse. The world's rhythms are our rhythms. To treat our planet with care and moderation and love is to be in synchrony with ourselves and to live in the great integrity. Now, when I first read this, the first thing I thought about was Matrix and how Agent Smith told Neo, he said that humans are the only ones that destroy their own environment. They're the only ones on the planet that destroy their own environment outside of a virus. And that was exactly what I thought of or what came to mind when I read this, because that's basically what it's talking about. So you have people, business people, going over buying up the Amazon forest, okay, and tearing down those trees. And I mean football fields, okay, all the time of trees. And it's ridiculous because we need those trees in order to breathe. They are like I said, they are part of the pulse of this whole world, and we're over there destroying it. And that it's not we, it's these business people who want to gain these profits are over there destroying it. So what happens when we don't have no trees? We don't have no oxygen, boo boo. We can't make oxygen, not enough to feed the whole planet. So what's going to happen? But anyway, so let's get into it, breaking it down, because that's basically what this is talking about, how we destroy our own environment. So those who have power and wealth treat the planet as a thing to be possessed. Something else that popped in my head too was Pocahontas. My favorite song. You think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. Anyway, so that's literally what I thought about, in reading this as well, is because that's how it is. People think that they just own, like, I own this land. You don't own anything. You don't own anything. The only thing you own is you. Okay, this world, you don't own this world. You don't own even so, you don't even own your kids. Okay, your kids are individual people. They're not something that you own any more than you can own the earth. Now you can have your designated piece of land that you choose to live off of, but you don't own anything, because when you die, you go about your death on your own. You ain't nobody going with you. But anyway, I digress. But it says to use and abuse according to their own dictates, but the planet is a living organism, a great spiritual integrity. Everything in us is okay. So there's a light, an energy that's in all of us. Okay. Some people call it the soul, some people call it life force. Sadie, I will deal with you in a minute. Some people call it life force. Some people call it a soul, but it's that energy that keeps you going. It's the power inside the battery, which is this body. Okay. And so, just like we have that inside of us, the planet has it inside of it. So, in the trees, in the animals, in the sky, the wind, like all of this is just energy that's moving around. Because that's all everything here is. It's just energy. It's just how fast or how slow is that energy moving. The energy for this book is moving a hell of a lot slower than I am. Okay, because I'm moving about and you can see me. But then you have wind and air and sound and lights. They move so fast you can't see them. Okay, we can feel the wind, we can see light, but at the same token, the light you see now is already gone. Like it's already took off someplace else. The sound you're hearing now is already took off someplace else. You know what I mean? It moves so fast, and the faster things move, they become invisible. Okay, so what I'm saying is that we all are part of this energy, and that energy that's inside of us, that energy that's inside the animals, inside the plant, inside the air, the water, all of that is what I believe is what they call that great integrity, because it's that creator spirit, that creator energy that we get it from. That's what's inside of us. So really, I guess I really don't really need to keep going over this, because that's basically all this verse is talking about, is that, we are a part of the planet. And if you think about it, what did they say? Adam was taken from the earth, and all of that to be created in the Bible, whatever. Well, if he was taken from the earth, so are we. We are part of the earth. And when we die, we go back to it. It's a circle of life. It just keeps going. It's what gets done. And so for us to treat the environment that we live in such disdain, and I'm not saying that I'm free of guilt either. There are commodities that I enjoy. I love driving my car. I love, being in a house. And there are certain things that just like garbage. We all accumulate garbage. We all have a footprint with the garbage. Okay, it's something. So I'm not saying that I'm any better than anybody else. But what I am saying is that we need to protect the planet, because if this environment goes to crap and we no longer can live in it, then where we gonna live? Where we gonna live? What we gonna do? So we need to take care of where our environment is. So that's what I got. I know I ended up in a little rant, but that's what I got out of it. So, the three takeaways are everything is connected, which we are. Everything is connected. Everything is connected through that energy that I was talking about, that creator energy, regardless of what it is you call it. But that creator energy is in all of us, and therefore creates a connection in all of us. You can't possess something you don't own. We don't own this world. We don't own this planet. If we did, we could take it with us. And we can't take it with us, so we don't own it. Only thing you own is your own life force. You own your memories. You own your experiences. That's it. Okay? Everything else is borrowed. Even this body is borrowed. But you do have control. You own it while you're here. But your body is even borrowed because you don't take it with you. Okay? And then it's our environment. So stop destroying it. Take better care of it. Be more conscious of some of the choices that you make. And some of the things that you do, because this is our environment. We only get one. That's it. That's all we got. But anyway, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, again, please like, subscribe, and share. Because if you got something out of this, chances are someone else did as well. And I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.